Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, 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 Ram. We have made great progress scientifically during the last 40 years, say. 1946, probably the computer chip emerged. 76 or so, we have planned our space program. The first being, Laika, then the man in space, the woman in space, people in space. We have built the space station. People can go, have a trip and come back. Is it not a great progress? Unimaginable. So during the last 70 years of my life, I have seen we have made such strides, great quantum jumps in all the fields: medicine, engineering, spiritual, that is to be questioned. The irrational beliefs are causing all the damage to the progress in India. They are ruinous. Irrationality is opposed to any intelligence approach to life. Without intelligence, you cannot make progress. The intelligence built up by education is set off against the irrationality. What are the irrational beliefs? Believing that God is there in a stone, or God has two wives, and we are not seeing them. Some have created the images in stone, in wood, in mud, in iron, metal. Some believed Veda was insisting on knowledge, approach to the Supreme with knowledge. Veda means knowledge. The irrationality is ruled out. Prajnanam Brahma, that is the first Rigvedic pronouncement. Prajnanam Brahma, Supreme is knowledge. That is within you. It says, Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. The creation is Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Commentaries are there. I have seen Sayana, so many commentaries on Veda. Even now they are publishing. Though they have made certain differences have come out, the inroads into the core of the wisdom by individual idiosyncrasies or their own perceptions. It caused a lot of problems to the straight path. That's why Tyagaraja sings, చక్కని రాజమార్గములుండగా సందుల దూర నేల ఓ మనస. This is the right royal path. The scientific path is the right royal path. Why go into the bylanes and which do not lead? They lead only into the gutters. That's happening in India. The rational things, beliefs in the spiritual world is causing all the misery, poverty. poverty results in disease because education will not be there. Education alone gives the way to, it shows the way to get good health. An educated person corrects his ways to remain healthy. Though the habits are sometimes dragging him into ill health and diseases, ailments, result from the weakness to yield to the habits, vices. So, strength of the mind, that is by education. Education alone is the solution. So, you are not educating the people. Irrational beliefs depart from the path of education. These are the beliefs that eating a little prasadam, fasting for days, and pouring the ghee and oil into the pits and burning it up into smoke, then pouring milk, honey, curds, and sugar, fruit salads onto the stone images, performing the marriages of gods with multiple wives. Thousands of these purohits are jumping about with the Mangala Sutra. What a situation it is! A farce, a funny, and these are not rational at all. The education has not done any good to the people, educated people so called, are sinking into these irrational beliefs. That is the bane. In Indian situation, we have made on one side the progress, great progress, ISRO, we are putting satellites into space. On the other hand, we are going deep into the bowels of penury, poverty, ignorance by these irrational beliefs. We are perpetrating because people believe and pay money. They part with their belongings because of these irrational beliefs. An educated person would not pay up to these rituals if he doesn't yield to the irrational beliefs. So education should work out against the irrationality of the rituals and beliefs. Now 10 lakh people have gathered and pulled huge blocks of wood depicted as Balarama, Krishna and their sister Subhadra. Can we believe in that? What is the rationality in that? Like that, they are spending crores and crores of rupees building temples and adorning the god, decorating the gods with gold and other precious stones to attract people. People get attracted. Instead, 40 crores of people are without proper housing. Children are dying without food, undernourished. Give that to the develop a nation of energetic young people with progressive minds. Instead, you work all the time with dharnas, destruction of public property. What is this life? A small earth we divide, further divide, instead of integrating and unification. Veda was sounding only unify, progress with unity. Sangachatvam, samvadatvam, samvemanamsi, samanam akutihi, samano mantraha. Veda has certain astras. You pick them out like the gems from the ore. The mines are there. Veda is a precious gold mine, or so you take them out. Give them only. If you make people drink the salt water or eat the fiber of the coconut, they become sick. This is happening to Indian society. I have done 30 years research in Veda, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, Kavyas, Gitas. Entire Gita resulted in the killing of all the people. So take Krishna as the cowherd boy. He tended the cows. Not a single calf or cow should be slaughtered or should die without fodder. That is the king. Krishna stands for it. How many Krishna Bhaktas? We have crores of them. They eat away whatever is available and given freely. They live a parasitical existence without the Krishna way of tending the cows. Rama, monogamy, promotion of the ashrams, greenery. Now you worship gods with what is the use of telling these stories of a rogue elephant getting into a pond and spoiling the peace of the beings there in the huge tank or pond? So the rogue elephant gets into it and disturbs and spoils the thing, makes it a muddle, and the crocodile catches its leg. So the Lord comes down even without leaving the upper garment of his consort, Lakshmi. So Sri Vakshoja Kurangana, the poem repeated ad nauseum. శ్రీవచో కుతో పరిచేలాంచలమైన వీడడు వివాద పురోద్ధిత శ్రీకుతో పరిచేలాంచలమైన వీడడు. So he comes down, rushes to the ground to save the rogue elephant from the clutches of the crocodile. This story is repeated every now and then, that he came down without any his followers, and even the upper cloth of his consort on her breast. What are these stories? Is there no sense? The Supreme Court is there now. They have given out a ruling that criminals cannot be in the courts. Like this, these are the stories which criminalize, which vandalize, which make people barbarous, and all the crimes committed against women are straight away the result of these stories, obscene, vulgar. And Krishna's wife, one wife, thousands of wives he had, kicking on his head straight away, Satyabhama. That story is repeated, enacted. Yesterday they have enacted for 3 hours. What messages are these stories giving to the people? These poor innocent people just go there gaping and giving away the money to them and say enjoy. And the youth are corrupted by these stories because they enjoy the vulgarity in it. That is attractive. The vices attract. The vices committed by these gods, goddesses, as per the stories, corrupting the mind of the youth. Instead you give Ramayana, straight away, no, only one wife, truthfulness, faithfulness, fidelity, work-mindedness, promote the growth of wealth, create wealth. All these things are there in Ramayana. That's the constitution. Divine constitution is Ramayana. Indian constitution has also the directive principles of state policy. We are not following. I used to lecture on them. As a constitutional law, master of laws. I used to take classes, and then beautiful, great concepts are embedded in the constitution. Nobody follows. Protect the cow. That is the Krishna consciousness. Have monogamy, no more Rama consciousness. These are left out. See the petty leaders who do not. Gandhi towed the line, but that is covered and closed. They have opened up new small ways to vices in India, because irrational beliefs are still not assured. See, you have to jettison, throw away all these irrational beliefs, stories. Some at one point you have to put an end. Stop these old meaningless things. As we have progressed, are we not giving up the ways of our the small child has no cleanliness. The mother cleans up. But as we grow, we clean up, we brush the teeth, we do all the morning chores. But then, like that in beliefs also. Leave out all the irrational beliefs, all the vulgar, obscene stories about gods, goddesses. Take the straight path of Veda, which says sun is our god. Worship the sun means you draw the solar power, utilize it for growing the gardens, because photosynthesis or the green is promoted by the sunlight. If you grow the greens in darkness, they will not give you the strength protein. They should be exposed to the sunlight. So greenery, everything owes to the sun, our life. So promote, that is the God. That's how the Veda conceived. Promote that. That is a rational approach, scientific approach. This alone can save India. Scholars, priests, and all the priest class are living by these stories. So how can you prevent this perpetration of these ignorant ways of worship by scholars in the parliament? Selfless people, they were there in Nehru's time, who worked for the freedom of India, for the growth of India. They are all not there now. They must be turning in their graves. Where do we find now only the selfish people who have amassed crores and crores of rupees to collect all the excess money which they have amassed, secreted abroad. India can be made into a prosperous nation, a happy nation without poverty. All the women can be happy. Every home can be a heaven. This is the formula given by the rishis, by Gandhiji.